The federally administered tribal areas. Who rules in Pakistan's equivalent of the Wild West? As seen in the map, the FATA, or pronounced FATA, is a narrow strip of land that exists between Pakistan and Afghanistan. It's a mountainous area approximately the size of Maryland that consists of rocky terrain and numerous caves which became famous during the hunt for Osama bin Laden, as this was the area that he was purported to be hiding in. This area of land is not subject to regular Pakistani laws or regulations. Nicholas Schmidl, an American journalist, lived in Dara, a town in the FATA, and describes it like this. Picture Wyatt Earp sashaying down the streets of Tombstone in a turban, and you will begin to get the idea. Because Pakistani laws don't apply here, smugglers, gunsmiths, and most recently the Taliban find Dara, as it's locally known, an optimal place to do business. The federally administered tribal areas are divided up into 7 agencies. As you can see on this map, going from top to bottom, it's Bajur, Mohammed, Khyber, Kurram, Orakzai, North Waziristan, and South Waziristan. The majority of the people who live in the FATA are Pashtuns, like Malala from the book we are reading in class. The various Pashtun tribes have tribal elders who are supposed to have power and authority to act in the FATA to help solve disputes and to take action. However, the real sheriff in town is the Taliban. With weapons of all shapes and sizes being sold in the open, next door to shops openly selling illegal drugs, it's no wonder the lawless have taken this location for their unofficial headquarters. Local leaders are afraid to take action against the Taliban, for they are ruthless in their anger. In 2008, a group meeting of tribal elders and others met to discuss how to address the growing issue of the Taliban. At the close of the meeting, a suicide bomber attacked, killing 40 of those present, including many of the tribal elders. To even speak against the Taliban is to potentially sign your own death warrant. Pakistani troops, as well as American troops, have tried to intervene to help drive out the Taliban and create order. But there is pushback from locals, as up to 25% of the Taliban is comprised of Pashtuni, and more numbers come from some of the minority tribes in the area. The locals tend to view Americans as a worse evil than the Taliban, making them uncooperative. Since Pakistan's inception in 1947, the FATA has existed outside of the regular laws. Even when the Constitution was drawn up in 1973, FATA people were still largely exempted from the laws. The government wants to bring the FATA under the regular Constitution, but they don't have the basic groundwork laid to make it possible. Infrastructure needs to be in place that doesn't currently exist, and that requires both money and manpower. But the long-term goal is to have a united Pakistan absent of the Taliban. It will be a long, winding, mountainous road for the Pakistani government. Thank you for listening.